Today we have got another runner specific Pilates workout. It'll be 30 minutes long. All you need is yourself and your mat. And if you've got any injuries or anything that doesn't feel right, please hit pause, adapt, take extra rest as you need, or switch up the exercise as long as everything feels comfortable. And we're gonna start straight away. So we're actually gonna start standing up. I was going to jump straight into the exercise. We'll do a little bit of a warm-up first. So we want our feet hip width apart, nice flat stomach, scoop to our spine, nice tall spine lifting up through our shoulders, soft knees, and we're just going to start with some nice big shoulder rolls. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Take them nice and big right up to the ears and then change direction. Good. Really round those shoulders and then into our arm circles. I like to always say be aware if one side feels tighter than the other, and just be aware of that. Maybe do a few more mobility exercises on that side and then change direction. Inhale as the arms come up, exhale to come down. Good. Just two more. And relax down. Take those arms out to the side. Hip bones are facing towards the front and we're just going to rotate over to one side, really stretch out that thoracic spine, over to the right. Inhale back through the centre and exhale to the other side. And exhale. And inhale, last one. Exhale. And back to the centre, drop those arms down. Take that left arm over and just slide the right arm down that knee. And then back up and over, using those obliques to lift us back up. Really stretch. One more each side. And back. Through the centre. And bring those arms down. We're just going to do a few foot pedals here, so really move through the feet, stretch out those arches. Couple more each side. And back down. We are going to go into our Pilates squats, so feet still about hip width apart, nice parallel, and we're just putting the weight through the heels, sending the bum back, arms above the head and squeeze at the top. Good. Sit the weight back and lift. Really squeeze as we come up. Keep the stomach muscles engaged. Sorry about the clicks, as always. Good. Two more. And last one, we're going to hold and we are going to pulse. Deep breaths. Getting the glutes and the quads warmed up. Good, last 3, 2, 1, and coming up. We're going to put our weight into our right foot and we're going to have a slight hinge in our hip and we're going to press that left foot back as the arms go above our head. So the weight is in that right leg, so we're working on our balance and we're just stepping it back. Good. Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. Good. Hold it back. Bring those arms back down to the hips and I just want you to test your balance, keeping that hip facing down to the mat. We're just lifting that leg up and down. You should really feel it in this glute and the supporting leg, working on that ankle strength. We've got 3 more. Last one. And then step it straight back down into a lunge and then just drive that knee down to the floor and we pulse. Deep breaths. Last 5, 3, 2, and step it back up. Give your legs a quick shake if you need to. And we're going to go over onto the right side. So weight into that left leg, slight hinge at the hip, and then we're just stepping that foot back. Good, nice and controlled. Really strong supporting leg. Soft knee there, lifting up out of those hips. Good, last two here. Keep the leg back, bring those arms to the hips, and then work on that balance. Keeping that hip bone facing forwards, working into that glute and the supporting leg. We've got 3 left here. 2, last one, and then step it down, whoa, and pulse. Good, drive that knee down to the mat, squeeze, tuck that pelvis under. Last 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and step it back up, good work. Coming to the back of our mat, big stretch up towards the ceiling, and then I want you to drop the head, roll down the spine. Take a big inhale, and an exhale to come back up. Lifting back up, just one more. We're going to roll, chin to the chest, down the spine, one vertebra at a time, and then slowly walk the hands forward into a nice high plank. We're going to go back into downward dog. I'm going to send the right arm towards the left leg. So we come back and then into our plank again. Good. Get a nice stretch through the hamstrings. Exhale as we come down. Good. We've got one more each side. And last one. And then gently drop the knees to the mat. Take them as wide as the mat and then send the bum back to the heels and just walk those hands forward. Head on the mat, take a big inhale and exhale. Feel that nice hip stretch. And then we're going to come up onto our hands and knees. So we want our hands directly underneath our shoulders and our knees directly underneath our hips. And we're going to work into our glutes. So we're getting our obliques as well. We're going to take the knee out to the side. Now I do always say this kind of looks a little bit like a dog going to the toilet, but nonetheless it gets the glutes. So we're going to kick that leg out to the side and back in. So our weight is in our right leg and we're really using that glute and our obliques to keep us steady. Exhale and inhale. Good work. Good, we've got 3 more here. Keep squeezing the core nice and tight. Last one. And control it back in. We're going to come down onto our forearm of our right hand. You have to think about this a bit. Turning our left hand towards us and we're staying on our hand here. We're going to twist our hip round, so we're going to extend the leg but have a bit of a rotation there and we're going to kick that leg up. We're going to drive the knee towards the elbow and then up. If that hand is more comfortable facing forward, that is absolutely fine. So we've got a bit of a rotation there, squeezing the knee towards the elbow, working the obliques. Good, just 2 more here. Good work, last one. Hold it there and then just gently pulse. Breathe. Keep squeezing the stomach muscles. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And return it back in. Coming back up onto both hands. Drop the head and arch the spine. And exhale, bring that chest up. 2 more here. and then coming back to neutral spine. I'm going to repeat on the other side. So our weight is to our left side, and we're kicking that right leg out and back in, really working those obliques. Exhale as it kicks out, inhale to come in. Good, we've got 3 more here. Last 2. And last 1. Bring it back in. Coming down onto our left forearm and this right arm, we are on our hand and that elbow is bent. Extend the right leg, rotation on the hip. We lift up, drive the elbow toward the knee towards the elbow and extend. Core nice and tight. Good. Keep breathing. We've got 2 more here. Last 1. And then we pulse that leg. Deep breaths. Core tight. Breathe through it. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And return back in. Take the knees nice and wide again. Send the bum back to the heels and just walk the hands forward. Take a big inhale and exhale. And then coming back up onto all fours. We're going to take the left leg behind us and we're just going to lift and lower. So keeping that hip bone facing the mat, we're driving it up and down. Good, core nice and tight. Try to keep that neck in line with the spine. Keep squeezing the glutes. Good, 2 more here. We're going to hold that leg up, and from here I just want you to pulse. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and return that leg back in for a quick rest. But we're going to go back with the same leg. So that same left leg extends up, keeping that hip bone down and keeping the knee the same height. We're going to drive the heel towards the bum. So we're going to drive it in and then a pulse and then extend. Drive it in with a flex foot, pulse and extend. Good. Drive in, drive that foot up towards the ceiling. We've got 3 more here. Good. Really get into that hamstring. And last 1. Oh, flex foot, pulse, and return back in. Really have to think about your coordination there. Tuck those toes under and we're just going to press off the mat into a bent leg plank. Keep that core really nice and tight. Press the floor away. Last 3, 2, and gently drop the knees back down. If you just need to take a quick rest on your wrists, you can stretch them backwards and forwards. It can sometimes feel a bit much weight going through the floor and through the wrists to the floor. So core nice and tight, and then extend that right leg behind us, and we just lift and lower, keeping those hip bones facing the mat. Drive it up and control back down. Remembering to breathe. Good. Really squeezing those lower abdominals, ensuring the hips stay facing the mat. Good. Last 3, 2. We're going to hold it up and pulse that leg. Again, really make sure that hip stays facing the mat. 3, 2, 1, and return it back in. Not resting for too long. We're going to take that leg back up behind us. Here we're driving the flex foot towards our bum, pulse and extend. And drive it in, push it up, good. Again, just making sure those hip bones don't drive up, that back is nice and flat. 2 more here, this is nice and tough. Drive it in, and return that leg back in. Drop the head and arch the spine. Bringing that chest up. And down. Good, we're going to extend that left leg behind us. We're going to lift it up and we're going to go into a press up. So driving the elbows in towards the body, keeping that hip bone down. 2 more. Last one. I want you to pop that foot down and drive this knee up towards the chest. So we're going to add that into the sequence. So we lift up, press up, foot down, drive the knee up. Good. Really testing the coordination today. Last one here. And relax down. Bringing that knee in, and we're switching over to the other side. So lifting that leg, starting with our 4 press-ups without the leg lift. Really keep those elbows tucked in. Good. Last one. Tuck the toes under, drive that knee up to the chest. Good. We've just got 2 more here. Drive it up, hug that knee to the chest, and last one. Really get into the shoulders and return that leg back in. Drop the bum back to the mat, walk those hands forward. And inhale and exhale. And then we're actually bringing ourselves down to the mat. So feel free to lower yourself down, elbows tucked in, like our press up. And then we want to take the hands a little bit wider than shoulder width apart and the legs a little bit wider than hip width apart. We're going to stretch up to where it feels comfortable, shoulders down, working that lower spine, lower ourselves down, and then lift the legs. Good, so we come up, nice extension, and lift those legs. Don't worry about how high they come off the mat, and if the leg lifts feel too much, just stick to the upper body extension, so we can just press and back down, and you've got the option to lift the legs as well. Really working that lower spine. Last one. And lift back down. We're going to roll on to our spine, and from here I just want you to hug the knees to the chest and just rock from side to side after that. Massage the lower spine, and then bring those legs into this tabletop position. Hands by the side, head, neck and shoulders are down on the mat, and we are pressing our stomach muscles towards our spine, and we're not leaving any gap between our backs and that mat. From here, I just want you to take 1 toe down and back up, really engaging those lower abdominal muscles, can't speak, and back up. Exhale and inhale to come up. Good, really concentrate on keeping that neck long, shoulders relaxed. It's quite easy to draw them up to the ears. Really squeeze those abdominals. One more each side. And last one. Bring the knees together. We're just going to take them over to one side. Using these oblique muscles, you've got your hands on the floor for support. Inhale back through the centre, nice and controlled. Over to the other side. And back in. Exhale. And back to the centre. Take the legs hip width apart again. Lift the head, neck and shoulders off the mat. And we are pulsing. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale, as always, you've got the option to extend the legs. Make it a bit more challenging. Keep breathing. We have got our last 10 seconds here. So inhale and exhale, last 5 seconds. Last 3, 2, 1, and relax. Hug the knees to the chest and just rock from side to side. Gently massage the lower spine and then pop the feet down on the floor, knees up towards the ceiling. Again, just hip width apart and then bring those hands behind the head and just keep the elbows right out to the side. As we exhale, we're just going to come to a sit-up, lifting upwards, not forwards, keeping those elbows right out, and inhale back down. Exhale as we come up, and inhale down. Good, really squeeze the stomach muscles towards the spine. Exhale to lift, and inhale. We're going to hold it up here and I want you to extend that right leg. So just going to lift up and back down. Really keeping this pelvic area still. Keeping those elbows right out to the side. Making sure we're breathing. Last one here. And then back down. We're going to go straight over to the other side. So we come up, extend, and lift. Really imprint that spine into the mat. Good. Remembering to breathe. Elbows right out to the side. We've got 3 more here. Fight the urge to bring those elbows right near your ears. We want them opening up that chest. And relax back down. Again, just hug the knees to the chest and just rock from side to side. And then feet back down, knees again up towards the ceiling. Tucking the pelvis down and tucking the stomach muscles towards the spine. We're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. So the weight is in our shoulders, our glutes are nice and tight. Pause at the top and then slowly roll back down the spine. One vertebrae at a time. And back up. Nice and controlled. Keep the weight through the shoulders. Lift those hips nice and high. And slowly roll back down. Exhale as we come up. And inhale as we come back down. Once we get to the top, I want you to take that left arm up above near the head I'm going to do some nice shoulder mobility here. We're just going to switch, keeping the hips nice and stable, keeping those glutes and stomach muscles engaged. Switch, remembering to breathe. Good. Last two. And then bring that right arm down. We are nearly done. We're just going to go in to some pulses. Up the tempo slightly. Breathe. Keep squeezing as we lift. Good. Drive those hips up. Last 3, 2, and slowly, slowly roll back down the spine. One vertebra at a time. Hug the knees to the chest and just rock from side to side. Holding on to one knee, we're going to lift the head, neck and shoulders and extend that left leg nice and long. And then we're just going to switch. Exhale as we lengthen. Good. Also get a nice hip stretch there. You can hug that knee right to the chest. Exhale as we switch. Again, nice and clicky. Don't know about anyone else. Last one. Then we're going to add the hands behind the head and add a rotation. So we're going to drive the elbow towards that knee and then switch. Make it nice and controlled and slow. Exhale on the twist. Good. Really drive the elbow up towards the knee rather than the knee towards the elbow. Good. Last two. And then hug the knees to the chest and just rock from side to side. Massage the lower spine and then take the knees over towards that left side. Extend the right arm and just look over that shoulder. A nice stretch down the glute and the thoracic spine. Take a big inhale and exhale. And then slowly back through the centre the other way. Take those knees over towards that side. Looking over the left shoulder. Again, try relax into the stretch. Take a big inhale and exhale. And then slowly back through the centre. Again, just rock from side to side. We're going to roll onto our front. From here, you can either press back up, or if you're feeling strong, you can tuck the toes under, hands by the side. I'm going to press up into a plank. So really keep everything locked in nice and tight, and then send the bum up to the ceiling into our downward dog. And we can just take a few foot pedals here, walking out through the feet. Stretch those calves, stretch into the spine. Take some nice deep breaths here. And then slowly walk those hands in towards the feet, dropping the head and rolling up the spine. One vertebrae at a time to standing. And well done. I feel like that was a nice challenging one, but I hope you enjoyed it and adapted it where necessary. And I'll see you on another video soon.